In this video, you'll learn about the select top and limit clauses in SQL, which are used to restrict the number of rows returned by a query. There are several reasons to limit the results of a query. Limiting query results can improve performance, especially when dealing with large databases, by reducing the amount of data processed and transferred. It also reduces network traffic by sending only the necessary data across the network. Limiting results is useful for displaying data in a user interface, where only a certain number of rows are shown per page. You can also use it to focus on the top or bottom few results. The method to limit the number of rows returned varies depending on the specific database system you are using. In SQL Server Access and Azure SQL, the select top clause is used. The basic syntax is as follows. Select top number % column list from table name, where condition order by column. In MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQLite, and MariaDB, the limit clause is used. The basic syntax is as follows. Select column list from table name where condition order by column limit number. Here's an example of how to use the select top clause in SQL Server. This query retrieves the top 5 most expensive products from a products table. It selects the product name and unit price columns, orders the results by unit price, in descending order using the des keyword, and limits the output to the top 5 rows. The result shows a table with the 5 most expensive products and their unit prices. Here's an example of how to use the limit clause in MySQL or PostgreSQL. This query retrieves the 5 newest orders from an orders table. It selects the order ID, customer ID, and order date columns, orders the results by order date, in descending order using the des keyword, and limits the output to the top 5 rows. The result shows a table with the 5 most recent orders, including their order IDs, customer IDs, and order dates. SQL Server also allows you to select the top and % of records. Here's an example of how to use the top % clause. This query retrieves the top 25% of products by price, joining the products and categories tables to include the category name. The percentage is shown as a horizontal bar. This is done to calculate the number of rows to return based on the total number of products. For pagination, you can use the offset and fetch clauses in SQL Server version 2012 and later, or limit and offset in MySQL and PostgreSQL. In SQL Server, the syntax is offset rows fetch next rows only. In MySQL and PostgreSQL, the syntax is limit number offset number. The offset clause specifies the number of rows to skip before starting to return rows, while the fetch or limit clause specifies the number of rows to return. The visual represents the rows from orders page 2, which are rows 11 through 20. The pagination indicators show pages 1 through 5. Always use the order by clause with limit or top. Without an order by clause, the database system can return rows in any order, leading to inconsistent results. Use indexes on the columns used in the order by clause to improve performance when using top or limit with large datasets. In SQL Server, avoid using with ties without proper testing, as it can return more rows than expected if there are duplicate values in the order by column. Use parameterized queries to prevent SQL injection. For large tables, use offset and fetch or limit and offset with index columns to implement efficient pagination. Be aware that the syntax and behavior of top in SQL Server, limit in MySQL and PostgreSQL, fetch in Oracle, and roundum in Oracle can vary across different database systems. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.